Peace project is laid under the auspices of His Highness Said Haytham bin Tariq Al Said. A seminar is held in Washington to acquaint the world with the civilization of Marjan and its role over history. The International Records and Archive Conference calls for unified Arab archive terms within its recommendations. And the All Oman Initiative Forum discusses the main points of the Oman 2040 vision in the Governorate of Worcester. Those were the headlines, now the news in detail. His Majesty Sultan Qaboos sent a cable of greetings to His Excellency President Cyril Ramaphosa of South Africa on his country's National Day. His Majesty the Sultan sent a similar cable to His Majesty King William Alexander of Holland on his birthday. His Majesty sent a cable of greetings to His Excellency President Julius Maada Bio of Sierra Leone on his country's independence anniversary. And His Majesty Sultan Qaboos sent a cable of greetings to His Excellency President Faure Gnassingbé of Togo on his country's National Day. Within the framework of development of investment in the petrochemical industries sector, the foundation stone for the Duqm Refinery and Petrochemical Industries project was laid today under the auspices of His Highness Said Haytham bin Tariq Al Said, as the project is expected to be finished in 2022. The project will serve as a launching pad to transform Duqm into one of the largest industrial and economic zones in the region. The production capacity of the project is more than 230,000 barrels per day, producing diesel, jet fuel, naphtha and petroleum gas. Duqm Refinery and Petrochemical Industries is a joint venture between the two companies, Oman Oil and Kuwait Petroleum International. The most prominent discussions of the Sultan Qaboos University Council during its third meeting for the academic year 2017 to 2018 was the introduction of 12 specializations within 5 programs by the College of Economics and Political Science to match the mission of the college in promoting economic development in the Sultanate. The Council reviewed a report on the procedures and measures taken by the university in order to rationalise spending in the educational, service and research process within the university's keenness to achieve its vision and mission. The meeting was chaired by Her Excellency Dr. Rawiya bint Saud Al Busaidiyah, Minister of Higher Education, Chairperson of the Board of Directors of the Council. To acquaint the world with the civilization of Marjan and its role over history, a seminar was organised at Sultan Qaboos Cultural Centre in cooperation with the Congress Library in the American capital, Washington. The seminar shed light on the details of the ancient communities in different sites in the Sultanate. American specialists and researchers from various universities and establishments took part in the seminar. They talked about the new archaeological discoveries in the Sultanate. They highlighted the trade activities of the Marjan civilization, which made the country a commercial hub for the old world. Calling for Arab Unified Archive terms was among the recommendations of the International Records and Archive Conference. The conference also called to support legislations that enable the archive to play its role as a basic tool in research and sustainable development. This came at the conclusion ceremony of the conference, which was held under the auspices of His Excellency Hamad bin Mohammed Al Dawiyani, the chairman of the National Records and Archive Authority. On the sideline of the ceremony, the Special Records Classification System for the Middle East College was approved. It came in accordance with the principles and procedures stipulated at Records and Archive Law and its executive regulation. Still to come in our news bulletin. The University of Nizwa is now a proud owner of a state-of-the-art device, a gene sequencer machine. Welcome back to the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. A top UN aid official said today that he wishes more money had been raised at a donors' conference for Syria and that local decision makers want assurances that the pledged money is going to the most needy people. The head of the UN Office for the Coordination of Humanitarian Aid made the remarks a day after the Brussels conference that only reaped half of the UN's total appeal for $9 billion in 2018. Mark Lowcock said the $4.4 billion raised is still a lot of money in most people's understanding, even though he acknowledged that it fell short of the $6 billion raised at a similar conference a year ago. Lowcock noted how Western Europe, led by Germany, Britain and the European Union overall, were the top donors at Wednesday's gathering in Brussels. Ministers from more than 70 countries met today in Paris to find ways of combating the financing of Daesh Group and Al-Qaeda. Nations taking part in today's conference include countries that have accused each other of funding terrorism, notably in the Persian Gulf. The conference was launched by French President Emmanuel Macron to coordinate efforts to reduce the terror threat in the long term. A string of attacks have killed 245 people in France since January 2015, and dozens of other attacks have been thwarted. France is pushing for international coordination and more transparency in financial transactions, but recognises how sensitive the issue is and sees the conference as a first step to encourage political mobilisation. Sharks were spotted feasting on schools of bait fish off Australia's North Stradbroke Island today. Aerial footage captured dozens of sharks chasing the fish in shallow waters along the island's northern tip. There have been similar events reported along the northern New South Wales and southern Queensland state coasts in recent days, forcing the closures of several beaches. The Pollution Pods project, created by British artist Michael Pinsky in Somerset House in London, highlights the global air quality problem coinciding with Earth Day and exposes visitors to different levels of pollution. More details in the following report.
The dense smog of Delhi and the haze of Beijing cloud the sky as visitors sniff the air during a unique exhibition in London aimed at raising awareness of pollution. The new art installation allows people to experience different pollution levels using 5 domes that replicate the environments of the Indian, Chinese and British capitals, Brazil's Sao Paulo and Norway's Tutra Peninsula. British artist Michael Pinsky, whose work often focuses on environmental issues, said he wanted to make people stop and think about how their everyday actions impact the atmosphere. The pods at London's Somerset House are climatically controlled and expose visitors to moderate levels of the different toxins, from nitrogen dioxide in London to ethanol in Sao Paulo, whereas the Tutra Dome contains the cleanest air.
Immediately became clear that the idea of polar bears on a melting glacier wasn't something that made people change their lifestyles. It's the things that affect them every day. My chat.
According to the World Health Organization, more than 92% of the world's population live in places where air pollution levels exceed its safe limits. Nearly 9,500 residents of London die prematurely every year as a result of long-term exposure to air pollution, according to a study by researchers at King's College London. Delhi's state government has adopted anti-pollution measures in recent years, including limiting car use and temporarily closing coal-fired power plants. Last November, the city struggled with its worst pollution in nearly 20 years. Around 1 million children were forced to miss school as a result, and thousands of workers reported illness.
Now for some more local news. The Sultanate joins world countries to celebrate World Intellectual Property Day under the theme Empowering Women in Innovation and Creativity. A ceremony was held on this occasion in the main conference hall of the National Bank of Oman. More details in the following report by Abdullah bin Ahmed Al-Rabai.
The Sultanate, represented by the Minister of Commerce and Industry, mark, along with other countries, the World Intellectual Day under the theme Empowering Women in Innovation and Creativity, a campaign of which celebrates the brilliance, ingenuity, curiosity and courage of women who are driving change in our world and our common future.
Women in Oman has achieved a lot. Particularly in innovation. If you see, well, first of all, I'm a woman. The director of the National Innovation Strategy is a woman, Dr. Sharifa. If you look at the patent examiners within the Ministry of Commerce and Industry, I think about, if I'm not mistaken, 70% are women. So from these figures, you can state the position of women in innovation and working to implement innovation.
On this occasion, a workshop was organized by the Research Council in the presence of officials from Oman and WIPO, as well as representatives from various ministries, organizations and general public. The working papers emphasized the role played by Omani women.
I believe that art has become a voice and it is part of innovation and changing perception and society. And I have worked on using this method and saying most people here with disabilities are capable of doing what they can achieve.
In Oman, Omani women are taking leadership roles, making their contributions in the science, technology, business, arts and many areas, working with their fellow male together to strengthen humanity hand and improve their ability to enrich the shared cultural wealth and develop effective solutions.
Today, obviously, the Omani woman has an essential role to play in society and in the economy of Oman. Today in different sectors, whether they are scientific research, whether they are education, whether they are in banking, I think women are occupying their rightful place in promoting the progress and development of Oman.
The World Intellectual Property Day is celebrated to highlight the role that it plays in intellectual property rights, patent, trademarks, industrial designs, copyright and encouraging innovation and creativity.
I would just like to highlight that there's a long and strong cooperation between the World Intellectual Property Organization and Oman. Oman is one of the leading countries in adopting national strategies on innovation and for promoting invention and creativity in all walks of life.
Innovation is imperative for growth and competitiveness. Omani women are contributing in the drive for economic diversification, innovation and better opportunities. At the same time, are maintaining historical tradition and values of the country, thanks to the leadership of His Majesty Sultan Qaboos. Abdullah bin Ahmed Al-Rabai, Sultanate of Oman Television, Muscat.
The Telecommunication Regulatory Authority launched a competition for universities and engineering college students to compete in making fifth-generation technology applications that suit the Omani market. The contest came to coincide with Comec's exhibition. Earlier last November, Omantel and Ericsson Company announced the first live trial show for the 5G technology. It displayed the capabilities of this developed technology in real life in terms of speed, movement and response. The Ministry of Housing affirmed that it will announce soon about 6 new integrated petrol stations on Batana Express Road. There will be 2 sites in each of the wilayas of Barka, Saham and Liwa. They will be offered through a public bidding system. The stations will include a praying area, a commercial centre, auto service centre, a hotel and other services. In its ninth stop, the Oman Vision 2040 reaches the Wilayah of Duqm in the Governorate of Worcester with a participation from around 200 individuals from various bodies and institutions. More details in the following report by Salah bin Khalfan Al-Rapi.
In its ninth destination, the Vision of Oman 2040 visited the Wilayah of Duqm in Al-Wusta Governorate as part of All of Oman initiative, aiming to reinforce the participatory approach of the community to contribute to the future vision of the Sultanate in various fields.
There is a wide commitment and contribution from different parties and the community to put their ideas and visions about Oman 2040. Different subjects and pillars were discussed about the governance, about the economy and development, and about the community.
More than 200 participants attended the forum from different institutions and social entities, focusing on three areas: man and community, economy and development, and governance and institutional performance. The participants reviewed the promotion of social welfare and the preservation of the identity and heritage of Oman, and the development of national capabilities within the theme of man and community. Within the theme of economy and development, the participants discussed the creation of a diversified economy, the empowerment of the private sector, the creation of a modern infrastructure, and an integrated urban system to sustain the environment and achieve sustainable development in the governorates. Moreover, in the theme of governance and institutional performance, the participants dealt with improving the effectiveness of governance, institutional performance, and the rule of law, improving the efficiency of government agencies, increasing coordination among them, and enhancing citizens' confidence in these institutions. For the Sultanate of Oman Television English News, Salah bin Khalfan Al-Rahbi.
Sultan Qaboos University organised the 13th Oman International ELT Conference under the title ELT Current Perspectives, Trends and Challenges under the auspices of His Excellency Dr. Ihsan bin Ali Al Rawaz, Deputy Chairman of the Public Authority for Handicrafts. The two-day ELT conference and exhibition attracted English educators and teachers in a professional forum to exchange ideas and experiences on English language teaching in various relevant fields. Oman National Engineering and Investment Company, which was established in 1978 by a decision from the Ministers' Council, commemorated its 40th anniversary. Over the years, it has witnessed tremendous growth to support government efforts to provide such services to residents of Oman. Besides the utility billing system in more than 80 branches across Oman, the company launched a smartphone application to allow subscribers to pay for their bills online. The company expanded its commercial activities to also include engineering, operation, maintenance, IT solutions and training. ONIC has set plans by giving special attention to capacity building and training for national employees and management. Over the past 4 decades, the company invested and abided by its national obligation to support CSR initiatives. In a collaboration effort to minimise pollution and waste impact on the environment, Higher Waters and BR companies organised a joint seminar on converting sludge into a source of power. The companies reviewed and discussed successful ventures in East Asia and Europe to transfer such applications to the Sultanate of Oman. The companies also presented papers on environment, the importance of utilising processed wastewater and the appropriate waste disposal methods. Besides that, the companies reflected on their roles in reducing conventional dump yards, which in turn help to lower the effect of waste on the environment. A state-of-the-art gene sequencer device has been launched in the University of Nizwa. This machine will make a shift in the field of scientific research studies in the Sultanate. Our reporter Salah bin Khalfan Al-Rabi has more details in the following report.
The world is witnessing a rapid growth in the knowledge-based economy and scientific research. Hence, to keep abreast with such evolution, the University of Nizwa has launched a state-of-the-art IONS5 next-generation sequencer device to form a unique addition to the gene bank established by the university in collaboration with the Oman Animal and Plant Genetic Resources Center with support from Petroleum Development Oman, PDO.
This is the IONS5 sequencing machine as part of our initiative to develop an omics lab which concerns genomics, transcriptomics, and phenomics, the areas of vital importance to the Sultanate.
This device will help researchers in collecting important data, tissue samples and DNA from animals, plants, microorganisms, and marine species from across Oman.
The advantage for the academic institutions is that they have a place where all the materials are deposited in one place. So when you want to do an analysis or to do a new product, you have the full range that is available to be able to compare and choose which ones are suitable for you. So they can cater for different kinds of environments. It could be for climate change if you're dealing with issues of climate change. It could be for industry. You're looking for products specifically for industry, cosmetics. So everything is in one place where you have the data compiled and the materials are there and easy access, all facilities available to characterize those species.
We start with extracting the DNA out of samples, then going to the other lab, doing library preparation. It takes like 2 to 3 days to do library preparation to get the maximum quantity and quality of the DNA. Then finally we put the samples in special chips. Each chip is different from another depending on the type of research that you're doing.
It is worth mentioning that the gene bank at the University of Nizwa will house a collection of seeds, plant, microbial, marine, and animal reproductive material. This national initiative is of great value to the country as it will secure and document Oman's genetic resources for sustainability and further developments in the field of scientific research. From the University of Nizwa, Salih bin Khalfan al-Rahbi, Al-Dakhiliya, Governorate.
Now for the general weather forecast around the Sultanate. Clear skies will prevail over the Sultanate with chances of low clouds and fog late at night and early morning over the coastal areas of the Arabian Sea. Winds will be south to southwesterly, light to moderate. Seas will be slight with a maximum wave height of 1 metre. This is the Sultanate of Oman television. Before we end tonight's bulletin, here are the main points once again. The foundation stone for the Duqm Refinery and Petrochemical Industries project is laid under the auspices of His Highness Sayyid Haytham bin Tariq Al Sayed. A seminar is held in Washington to acquaint the world with the civilization of Marjan and its role over history. The International Records and Archive Conference calls for unified Arab archive terms within its recommendations. And the All Oman Initiative Forum discusses the main points of the Oman 2040 vision in the Governorate of Worcester. With that, we come to the end of tonight's news bulletin. From all of us here at the newsroom and the studios, it's good night.